Hello, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, the most common mistakes beginners make and how to avoid them. We'll look at 5 things. We'll go through them, 3 in the full swing, 2 in the short game. I hope you'll find them helpful. So the first one on my list, the first mistake beginners make, a lot of golfers make this, is they take the club away. They're feeling it with their hands and they just snatch the club head away. That's not what you want. First off, almost invariably, you'll bend your right wrist and the club will go behind you. It's a tough journey back for most players to get the club back in front of them to hit the ball. And it just breeds a lack of consistency, a lack of synchronization between the torso and the club. Certainly the club should hinge and have some freedom, but that first couple of feet, you want everything moving much more together. So the drill I would suggest before we move on to number 2, make some rehearsal takeaways, normal lead hand grip, trail hand halfway off the handle. The club won't quite reach the ground, and make a few moves, not trying to be rigid, but you will instantly feel when that happens. Once you've felt this, slide your other hand up, make some small swings and start to blend that takeaway in. So number 2 fault on my list. It's a difficult game, especially when you begin. It's a long club, it's a small sweet spot, the ball's way over there, and what happens to golfers is their instincts tell them to try to hit at the ball, and they go directly out here towards the golf ball. It doesn't work very well, way too steep. Your goal, I've got that white barn as a target, your goal is to swing towards that, applying pressure to the back of the ball as you go. So the initial part of the downswing has more of a downward element to it, not out at the ball. If you want to feel that, make sure you don't hurt anyone when you do this. Get a target just 15 or 20 yards. Toss a couple of clubs towards that. Maybe film yourself. You'll see how the club comes more from here to there and not at the ball per se. So golfers tend to think this is a pitching wedge. They need to get under the ball. They don't. They need to apply pressure to the ball. They need to compress it, get the ball to strike the club about there and apply pressure. You'll then find that the low point of your swing is beyond contact. So take something like a pitching wedge, put a club on the ground. That's the reference. That's where the imaginary ball would lay. And starting out, just push your weight way forward. My head is still about over that, but other than my right leg and shoulder, I'm almost entirely in front of it, hands forward, and make some small swings till you can tick the ground on that side of the club. You have to get that feel. Once you've done some of those, let's do that preset drill with the club. Again, I've got a pitching wedge. There I am forward, a lot more forward than most golfers. And there I've hit the ball before the ground on that side of it. That's the sort of feeling you want. Go to that drill between shots when you're practicing as well. Get a marker, take a normal stance and practice striking the ground on that side. Hit a couple more balls. Pay attention to the fact that your low spot has to be past the ball to be a good ball striker. So number 4 on the list, this is the first of our short game, bunker play. It's tough enough for most golfers, especially beginners, and problems are they're trying to get the ball up out of the bunker. They've been told the bottom of their swing should happen behind the ball. They should hit the sand first, usually hitting the sand early, drop kicking, thinning into the shot. The goal here is much like number 2 with the irons. The goal is to get the low point of the swing in front of the ball. You can open the face, plenty of loft. Now, entry point behind the ball for sure, most of the divot, middle of the divot being low point, that side of the ball. So practice some small ones, preset left. Get most of the divot on that side of the ball. Draw a line in the sand if you like, and practice getting most of the divot on that side. The club will do the work. So our 5th and final one concerns putting, and especially distance control. If you're going to be a functional, reasonable putter, you need to have good distance control. So here's what I see with most golfers: as the putts get longer, especially new players, they have lots more hit and a great big follow through. You will never develop consistent touch when you do that sort of thing. You're looking for a stroke that basically functions as a pendulum. It's even each side. Now, a pendulum does have acceleration, but it reaches top speed at the bottom and then is equal going through. And what we like to see is we like to see the same rhythm, let's say tick, tock. Let me hit a medium-sized stroke on that. Tick, tock. Tick being takeaway, tock being impact. Now here's a big one. You'll notice that stays the same. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Same evenness, same rhythm. What happened was the whole stroke got a little faster and more robust, but those same conditions were met. Picture tossing a tennis ball, small toss, much bigger toss. So don't just add hit and energy on the follow through, develop a rhythm and stay with that. And with your practice stroke, just assess, is it this? Is it this version of it? And find that and stick with your rhythm. Hope these tips are helpful for you. It's a tough game, but you'll have a great time at it if you can stick with it.